Hey Spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome to Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 in the Dharma expansion pack as Vijayanagar. And we're going to be trying to form India, I think is the goal. I think that's something we can do. Or Bharat, I guess. I'm not really sure which of those will end up being. I don't know if we can even form India as a nation. I don't even know if that exists in this game, if that's beyond the game's timescale. But whatever, we're playing in India. The Indian region, and we are preparing to go to war with our rival because he has no manpower and a reasonably similar army size. He has only one ally, and that ally is not willing to come join the war. So we are going to fully maintain our armies. We are going to activate all of our forts. And we're going to wait. I guess we don't need to activate our forts yet, but we're going to declare the war here in a month or two. I kind of want to catch him before this guy wants to go to war again. So let's promise him some land and call him into the war. And we're going to work on taking our core back. And we get some power projection from declaring war on our enemy. We should be able to catch this little army here once it's locked in. Let's bring you a little bit closer. Let's make sure our leader is in charge of this army. We should catch him pretty nicely. There we go, excellent. Let's get a siege stack on this army. On this fortress, rather. We might have to send an army around to our ally to help him out, because he has a fairly small army right now. So I'm thinking we will go assist up here, because I don't want my ally to get knocked out of the war early. Gonna move them one stack at a time. So we don't suffer too much attrition. Okay, his army has come back. Looks like he's getting ready for a fight. We want to get up here and assist if we can. I'm going to set my vassal to focus on just supporting, stick nearby. So my ally is running into some troubles. He got double stack wiped. That is really bad. We need to wait. Can we force a fight here in Bharat? See if we can get him to de-siege that, because he'll see the fight coming. He might disengage. Okay, so we're gonna have to go into the fight here. This is gonna be a costly engagement, because I need to engage before he does the siege thing. Hopefully he'll pile some men in. We do have a better leader, but he has the flanking range on us, which sucks. So let's slow down here so we can watch this fight unfold. We're doing okay, we rolled really well in the shock phase. We rolled okay in this phase. We're going to pile in some more troops. A lot of our cavalry is dying. Okay, there we go. So now my rival should be very low on manpower. Yeah, he's struggling, whereas we're in slightly better shape. We can research a tech. I will grab the marketplace before it gets more expensive. I have a little bit of unrest, but that should drain away as these guys become more loyal. Take a little bit of time, but we're okay. Get you guys to spread out. Taking so much attrition. Don't want to take an attrition tech here. nice. Oh, I'm gonna take an attrition tick. That sucks. 2.3. I should not have moved there. Should have kept you still. Still take the attrition if we move? No, unfortunately we do. So now we need to get back down here and protect our territory. We helped our ally out. Hopefully that'll buy him enough time to rebuild his army. We need to get down here and deal with this stuff going on. Why are you taking attrition? I guess I should put my leader in charge of this army so they're less likely to take attrition. Down there. Okay. Let's grab a couple of these smaller provinces. They should be easy to just grab on the way. Pull off some cavalry to do that, maybe. I like using cavalry because they're fast. That means we can escape if any bad stuff happens to us. I'm going to tell my ally to make sure he tries to siege this down. The Gujarat, try to take that. That'll be your, like, goal. I need you to hang on here because we've got a thing to fight. Go help there. Keep an eye out for this stuff that's happening. Might be worth my while to hire another leader. I think I will, just so I have a second one. There's only 2 pips, but it is a siege pip, so that will be helpful. Plus we've got some stuff down here to fight. So we need to get up here to help out with Khandesh. Just don't get stack wiped, that's all you need to do. Shit. Need one job. Let's see if you can clean this stuff up. Okay, looks like a fight is going to happen here. Maybe we can join. Okay, what is this terrain? This is hills, so we would take a penalty to attack. But this leader is way better than their leader. We have way more pips. We are fully replenished. He's missing manpower. And his... this isn't navies. This isn't what I want. His armies. Army quality. Armies. So his army, look at this. He has 11 mercenaries. So he's in deep. He's struggling. So he's going to be going way into debt. We're going to attack him here. And hopefully... He's also suffering attrition in his own province, which is incredible. Also looks like we're getting into a fight over here. But we are missing one of our cavalry, so this should be a little bit closer than it normally would be. But the shock phase, we actually rolled really badly, but we did win anyway. So let's pull you back now. I should hope my ally will take care of this. Here, just that little cavalry stack taking care of some of these unfortified provinces. You catch them? No. Let's leave some infantry behind. I want to keep an eye on these guys so we can de-siege these provinces, just so we're not getting as much war exhaustion and stuff. Let's make our way to maybe engage. I want to get these guys out of attrition areas. The tropical attrition is pretty rough, so I want to spend as little time in my enemies' provinces as possible. I want him to suffer the attrition. Make your way down this way. DC, we're doing some sieging, okay? Now we are losing technically because we don't own the war goal, but that'll be fine when things come around. You can catch some of them here. That's really good. You can catch even just a single army. We can catch this guy on his own. Could stack wipe a single unit. That's really good. You're still sieging over here. Desieging. I've got a little stack making its way down here as well. Okay, you rejoin with your army. Also, captured this piece of territory. Let's have a look. I am half tempted to boost the loyalty of these guys, because this would make them a little bit happier with me. I feel like I should just wait, though. It's more efficient to wait, but it is several years. I feel like I'm just going to promote them. This way I get that yearly army tradition, and I don't have to deal with quite so much unrest. Now I'm only dealing with a little bit of unrest. Okay, we took that back. Let's group this army back up to where it belongs. We need to start sieging this fort. It's pretty important. So this is a size 2 fort, 2,000 men in it. So we're going to need 6 infantry. To guard it. I think I'm going to put in charge of this 6 stack this guy. And then I'm going to send 1 cavalry with them. Just to slightly change the ratio of infantry to cavalry over here when these guys meet back up. So similarly, I want to conserve my manpower as much as I can. But what I might start doing is consolidating infantry. And then hiring mercs. Just to conserve a little bit of manpower. But all we have to do is be ahead of his merc hiring, and we're fine, because we are crushing it right now, I think. He's going to be going into debt, he's going to be getting inflation, his costs are going to be spiraling out of control. I think we should head back up here and fight this army that he's sending. This little stack now is a reasonable combat stack. Once we capture this, let's see if we can maybe pick off one of these smaller stacks on the way. Queen Regency. This is not a bad thing, because my queen is really, really good. It does mean we lose that stability, which hurts a little bit in terms of our stuff. Okay, I'd like to pick off one of these guys. It looks like he's coming here to try to deal with this little cavalry stack. How long until the siege is done? There it is, so we'll pause. We'll get you out of there. He's locked here, so we could grab him while all the other guys are busy. And they're all going to recalculate. Oh, he's too quick. Well, I guess we could get a really favorable fight against this guy. I'll wait till this guy is locked in, going the wrong direction, and then I'll grab this fight. And I should be able to hit this guy first, start doing a bunch of damage to him. Okay, we rolled really well in the shock phase. See if you can join this army now. We need good rolls here. Okay, we rolled pretty weakly. I think that's going to be okay. If we can roll well in the next phase. Okay, this is a pretty weak roll as well. I need a really good shock phase. This cavalry reinforcement might tip the scales. Yeah. So we won. They lost about a decent chunk more manpower. Let's have a look at the losses. So we've lost a little bit more because of Gujarat getting stack wiped, but we're doing way more damage to him. We're completely ripping apart his... Again, I want to get out of his territory because I don't want to take attrition here. Now, I don't have any professionalism that I can use to slacken my standards, which is unfortunate. But we are still working on this fort. I'm going to stay on speed 2 here for a while. I can pick a new deity. I think since we're at war, I'm thinking discipline and siege ability will be really useful here to make this fight even more efficient for us. The 5% siege ability, it might not seem like much, but it'll shave a few days off each siege phase. Over the long course of the war, which will add up to something meaningful. So it looks like he's coming up here to fight these guys. Adra wants a royal marriage, I'll take it. Might be worth my while to do some military power development in my capital, because I think I am going to want to develop my capital, and getting the Renaissance quicker would be nice. And getting this a little bit of manpower would be really, really good. So I'm going to encourage development here in my capital, and then do a couple of clicks. Partially for the Renaissance, partially for the gold and the manpower and all that sort of stuff. So that little bit of manpower, it's not going to add up to much over this war, but over the course of the game it'll make a difference. So we've got some time. I'm going to bring this 7 stack down here to maybe see if we can make a difference in this fight up here. But I mean, I really don't mind if he attacks my ally. If I can use my ally to do some stuff here. What do you have claims on? You have claims on some of these pieces of territory. What's your war participation? So I'll probably only have to give him a single province, which is totally worth it for me to get him on my side in this war. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take all the infantry. We need to conserve our manpower. We're going to consolidate down to 9 regiments. Then we are going to hire mercenaries. I think we're going to get 2 Merkinf to rebuild back up here to have a little bit more manpower. Really, I should be maybe using mercs here as well, but we'll look at that in a future date. So I need to get this fort flipped. Let's get these guys joined up with this army. Merking up isn't like the best thing to do. It's not, generally speaking, a great sign, but we just can't afford to lose much more manpower. Makes this a little bit more expensive. Let's head up here. I think I can turn off this fort because it's at the back, kind of. I don't think they have a way to get to this fort, so I can leave that one off, and that'll save me about half a ducat a month. Let's see if we can catch this little army here. We do have a high maneuver skill, so it's within the realm of possibility. We did not. We could definitely catch this guy, and with a reinforcing army or two. I think I'm going to go see if I can catch this little dude. Gonna be a big fight here. I should be able to wipe him out. I think I'm going to lose the prestige here because I still want to do military development in my capital for the manpower and the other stuff. So that's a little stack wipe there. That's going to make them even angrier. Need to save up. I'm trying to get the Renaissance to appear in my capital so I don't fall behind in tech so much. I mean, by spending the points, I'd rather spend the points on development and then be behind in tech rather than just be behind in tech, if you know what I mean, and not have spent the points on development. So we're going to do a double attack here. We'll try and make them arrive at the same time. That's 0%. Because we will be the defender. You're going to arrive on the 3rd of July. You're going to arrive on the 6th of July. So I need to wait 3 days on you. 1, 2, 3. Now they're both going to arrive on the 6th of July. And we'll look for a really big fight here. Make sure we do a shift consolidate. Just so we have the maximum power per tile on the battlefield. Okay, we're doing like 1,000 damage. Oh, look at that roll. Because I think technically we count as the defender. Oh yeah, we are absolutely mauling them. That is a huge amount of death and destruction. Look at that war exhaustion they just picked up, and we got a decent amount of prestige and army tradition out of that too. So now the casualty numbers should start looking pretty horrific for them, and not so bad for us. How many mercs is he on? That's a good question. He's down to 11 mercs. He's down to 10 mercs. Either he's starting to go bankrupt and he can't really afford it, or I've just killed some of his units. So let's get these guys spread out. Let a day tick by. Get these guys out of this province so I don't take attrition that I don't need to take. Really want you to focus on this Gujarat. Just focus on getting this stuff so that you can actually participate in the war meaningfully. Tell Gujarat, just make sure you try to get all this stuff while I work on the south. I'm going to set Jaffna the goal of this province. He might go do that. Yep. Okay, just so we have this extra province as well under our control. We just got the siege of Mudgal. Let's get these troops moving. So, what could we extract from a peace right now? I can't get my 3 provinces because he's a fierce negotiator. I also want the gold. I'd like to humiliate and get war reps, so I think I'd like to lower this. So 100% war score. We'd need to get all of these things, but I think if we did that, we would basically cripple this guy. Now we do need to be careful because we could cripple ourselves, so I think I'm going to separate out my infantry again and then detach mercenaries and then select the infantry and consolidate down again, so we're down to 9. I just want to conserve as much manpower as possible. Ship consolidate here. We're going to detach the infantry again. Consolidate here. We'll combine. Combine. Go. Go. So I'm going to split this in half. Siege down these next 2 provinces and make my way to Bidar. Hopefully my ally makes short work of this stuff over here. Or this is my vassal? Right, yeah. We'll be able to integrate him at the end of this war too, which will get us another mission completed. Should be just taking 2 small ticks of attrition. Think I'm gonna hire another mercenary here. Make up for my lack of manpower. What's he up to? He's up to 14 mercs. That's great. That's like his entire army. You can see how badly he's doing. Okay, good job. You're taking on this. Let's get you to meet up with this guy in this tile. I think I'm going to allow my my vassal to attach to this army if he wants. See, he's starting to go on a little bit of an offensive. But this merc should again help with the manpower problem because I'm slowly cutting out my foot soldiers. And we are going to catch him here because we have a really fast leader. I'm going to split this up in half. Well, I guess I could... Yeah, I think I'm going to split this in half. Oh no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cavalry. Send one to here. And then send one to here. And then I'll have you sit on this province with your 4.4 stack right here. We'll just get these flipped. So let's see if we could intercept anywhere. I think we can grab these guys. We can intercept here. Get a stack wipe. Nice one. Let's get our other leader assigned to this army, because he's going to be the one who's fighting. Should catch 5 troops here and kill them pretty easily. Yeah, look at this damage we're doing. Oh my god, he's losing thousands of men. This is going to cost him so much money and manpower. We're basically crippling him. He's down to 7 mercs. Okay, that discipline is helping out too. He's down to like nothing. And we've got ticking war score on our side. Good, good, good. You shouldn't be taking attrition here. It's because it's tropical and we're on enemy territory. Let's get off that. You make your way around down south. I really want to assign this guy. So I'm going to say my ally. I'm going to tell my vassal to siege that. I'm going to say stop attaching. Yeah. Stop attaching. You siege that down. I'm going to pull this guy off, put him back in this army. See if you can make your way over here at a reasonable pace. Keep an eye out for some of these guys. Trying to conserve our manpower here. It's getting pretty... It looks like we didn't really take much damage there. Okay, this is a fight we definitely want to take, I think, with our 2 armies. With the combined strength of both, I think we'll be able to do a massive blow to these guys. Okay, we took that province there. That province there, recombine these guys together. We're going to turn this into one super stack. Join him up. Go for the jugular. Just want to get his war exhaustion so goddamn high. And my demands exceed the war score, but I need to get a lot of value out of this war because I've already inserted a bunch in. But catching this fight here, we don't need to do any consolidation. Alright. So we rolled pretty well for a fire phase. We rolled incredibly for a shock phase. That's like 1,000 casualties a day. It's incredible what we're doing here to this guy. We actually stack wiped him. That's huge. They have basically no army. Let me have a look at this peace deal. He's going to be upset that he doesn't get anything. So what we could do is give this to... Which of these provinces is the worst? I guess I could give him Poon to... No, I'll give him Nasik, because I think he'll be happy with that. What's his war participation? Oh, 14%, so this looks like it'll be okay if I give him this to Gujarat. And then if I renegotiate the peace, because I do want him to be okay with me. And say he gets Nasik. I really want to do the humiliate. War reps, I could probably live without war reps, but I do have a mission for it, and I'd like to maybe get a couple of nations to give me war reps. But yeah, we're getting there. We're going for a full war, boys. We're going to get power projection, that'll get us monarch points. Let's put the siege leader over here so we can go take on Bidar. It's a 3,000 thing, so we're probably going to need to get more. Let's take out all the infantry. Let's detach the mercenaries. Let's grab the infantry. We'll consolidate down to 12. We'll build one more Indian foot infantry here. So we can... Well, do we really need that? Yeah, I guess it's okay to do that. Just trying to conserve as much manpower as possible. We don't want to be out. So, let's get a siege stack. I don't want to burn my manpower on the siege. It needs to be 9,000 troops. So I'll put the siege leader in charge of this army. We'll park him over here. You're going to stay here. Let's grab a single cavalry. Run it in here just because they move a little quicker. Probably cheaper to do it with infantry, to be honest. I just like using cavalry because they can run away if bad stuff happens, but at this point in the war, I've basically killed his ability to fight me. So I think using infantry is fine. And then we're going to spend some time pillaging with these armies. Hopefully in range of supporting. I don't want to pillage the lands that I want to take. I'll run you over here so I can pillage these lands and just get a little bit of money and maybe make the economic impact of this war lower on myself and higher on my enemy. But I think we can go up to speed 3 now. I feel like we've made... like it's been about 30 minutes for us to get to this point, but I think the careful management has really paid off. So we're going to start running into trouble here. So I'm actually going to grab another pair of infantry to send this way. And that should be good enough. Let's put a really good leader here. Yeah, they don't want to fight me. Where are you going? You had this thing. I need to wait for infantry reinforcements here. I don't think I can safely engage this army with just this stack. But we're going to chase him down again. Jaffna. Okay. Chapella Revolt, so I guess I need to make this stack combine. Get into my own territory. I'm going to let this army run off and do what it needs to do up there. We just breached the walls. So this will rise in Salem, which is over here. Who are we going to use instead? Well, I guess we could roll for another leader. Can I get a leader from these guys? If I gave them a province, I could get some manpower from them. Let's give them another province. Maybe a province with some autonomy. The Jains are really loyal, so I could take a Jain province. Don't really want to take a Jain province, though. Well, I want these guys to have slightly better thing, and this is like the perfect province to do it. It'll hurt my income a little bit in here, but that's okay, because it'll allow me to... not only recruit a minister, but maybe get some of this kind of stuff. This will gain some local autonomy, loyalty, influence. Am I over my force limit, by the way, still? No, I'm not. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk to these guys. We're going to say, hey, here's benign neglect. Boom. So now I'm getting yearly army tradition and cavalry combat ability. Then I'm going to say, hey, I need some manpower. And some military points, and then I can develop my capital a little bit more. So Renaissance is at 15%. Now it's at 35%. So hopefully we can develop that in our capital over the course of this generation. So I want to get my troops down there first. We have a little bit of manpower. Nice, we gain some army professionalism. That'll help out. I want to get this siege. These smaller provinces I don't really care about. This is a merc. Let's get him down towards these guys as well. Get them to meet here. Losing one stability hurts, but I can buy it right back up in a couple of months, which is fine. We have taken a loan, which hurts. Let's combine. Raise the pretenders. We got a stability drop, that's fine. We're going to buy that back up next month. I'm really annoyed that he left this siege, because this was pretty much... Whoa! Oh, I was supposed to attack later. I was supposed to wait a month. We're gonna not have a leader. Shit. You really had to arrive on the 30th of May. You rolled high. You rolled poorly. It's gonna be an expensive fight. He has way more morale than us. That is obnoxious as hell. There, force shock. God, why didn't I wait that month? Ah, little mistakes like that. That's what can cost you. Oof, peasants. Right, we are pretty close to sieging this down. Okay, now I think we could take a fight, but we need our morale back up, sadly. Now we have to wait several months to get our morale up. Burn through even more of our manpower. So I think I might scale back my demands here. I might drop the humiliate. If he wasn't a fierce negotiator, it would be a little bit easier. My demands do exceed my war score, but once I flip this, I'm thinking things will get a lot more in my favor. We've got too much cavalry in here. They're de-sieging all this, but that's okay. Come on, just get this flipped. What happens if I accept these demands? Here's my current heir. My current heir is incredible, so I kind of want to keep him. Shift consolidate. Right, we should be able to take them this time. No, we need to wait for more infantry. He should be down to really bad levels of army. Yeah, look, he's up this. His entire army is mercenaries. He's bleeding money. Let's see if we can make this happen. Probably going to suffer a negative penalty too. Oh my god, we are rolling so poorly. We got the siege of Bidar. Let's get out of this war. No, you idiot. You weren't supposed to fight him. Okay, so he'll take this piece. Could I get Poon? This will probably hurt my relationship with Gujarat. Could I get a province for you? No, I'm just going to accept the trust hurt. Can I boost their trust? In 1 year. I need to get out of this war. I'll take all this gold, war reps, the whole lot. Take my cores back. Okay, so now we're getting war reps from this guy. It's a ducat a month. Really, really nice. Manpower's in a bad spot. Let's get these armies joined together and consolidate down to something reasonable. We got our cores, we completed our mission. It's going to be the battle for Raichur. This is going to give us 50 military power, and it'll also give us some claims too on this area that we'll have to use in the future. I'm sorry. Okay, they got one of my forts. That's actually incredibly obnoxious. Should have had that. I should have realized that was mothballed. I'm going to mothball all my forts now because I need the money more than anything. We can repay our loan. Just get that nipped in the bud. We don't have to worry about it. Let's do a consolidation. Get rid of all these zero strength regiments. Can't afford to replenish them. Still got 6,000 man. These are way too expensive. Can't afford to resupply these either. So now we're down to a reasonable number. We can go fight these guys. Alright. They're going to be the defender no matter what, and we're also going to get a crossing penalty, which sucks. But we should heavily outnumber them. They broke their alliance. That's okay, though. We got what we needed to out of that alliance, so we can look for someone else now. Oh, come on. Don't tell me I'm going to lose this fight. No, we broke them. Okay. This time we'll break them. Alright, we lost a leader. This was the national tax guy. So I don't think I can afford to run a level 2 leader here. Holy crap, they're all level 2 leaders. Every single one of them. I could probably just barely afford to it when I'm at peace, so I guess we'll do it. And the one that I'm most interested in is either national unrest or national tax. I'll go for national tax. Can't really afford this right now, but I do like the extra points for developing my capital, so I can get the Renaissance. Should consolidate. Get this fort flipped. Yeah, we're just barely able to afford this. We're spending what looks to be about 50% of our income on advisors, which is a reasonable amount. We're getting 5 points out of it, so I think it's worth it. Things are coming along nicely. I think we can go up to speed 4. This fort siege should be nothing. There will be blood. War of aggression. Let's see. I don't want to lose loyalty on that estate, so I'm going to buff them back up. Now, I also need to do administrative support, but the Brahmins don't really like me that much right now because I had to do some stuff. Okay, so let's focus on developing our capital again. Fortunately, we don't have prosperity in here because we're not positive thing, but what I will do is I am going to go up to +1 stability because this leader is going to generate a lot of prosperity in my provinces. So you have a bit of devastation and stuff. I think I'm going to turn this fort back on to get rid of that devastation. Devastation down here hurts. There's a bit of devastation in this province too because it's been sieged. So I'll turn this back on to get rid of the devastation a little bit quicker. Which I think is a reasonable thing to do. We're just barely making money. We are out of manpower though, and we are taking attrition. Which sucks. Alright, cool. Shift consolidate, head over here. Let's turn down our army maintenance to 0. And now, we can just do a little bit of resting. Parushana marks the holiest periods of the Jain religious character. It's a time of fasting, austerity, and absolution. Members of the Jain community use this time for prayer, meditation, and asking for forgiveness from their fellows. Jain ministers employ the Vijayanagar administration within the state to ask that the slaughter of animals be prohibited for the duration. I think I can afford to take this unrest and loyalty hit. I don't think I can really afford to lose that many ducats right now. So I'll take a little bit of unrest and some loyalty. Let's see, is it worth it building taxation anywhere? What about trade? Yeah, I think trade would be worth it in a few of these places. There's our access from Cochin, that's fine. So now we have even more money. We're pulling even more of the value from this node down. So our trade income should be up around like, yeah, about 7.3 ducats, so we're getting there. We are bleeding sailors, unfortunately. Very slowly, but we are bleeding them. Yeah, this is unfortunate. My innovativeness is decreasing. But we're going to be behind a little while in tech. But since we're mostly going to be, for the next few years, we're mostly going to be fighting these like smaller nations down here. That I'm not really worried about it. Because we can turn around and fight these guys later. I should maybe look. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get trust with these guys. I'm kind of sad that I lost all that trust. I mean, I didn't really have a choice. I needed that war ended. I was getting war exhaustion. They were war exhausted as well. I was kind of doing us all a favor. What I will do is I will look for maybe someone who has a favorable outlook on me. Maybe Miwar. I guess I could rival Gujarat. And I could break the royal marriage for free. Then I could use their things. But that would mean these two guys would get to be friendly. No, they're enemies. So I could rival Gujarat and then friend one of Gujarat's rivals, like Miwar. Yep. So I'm going to rival my previous ally. Boop. Boom. We're going to ally Miwar. And that will mean I should be able to break this royal ties for free. Nice. So we just basically abused the alliance system to take our cores back. And now we have two allies that are beside each other. And I think they're friendly, right? At least they don't hate each other and they're beside each other. So they're going to be able to help each other. Which is exactly what we want. Let's look at Jaffa. I think we're going to annex him. Okay, so we're going to improve relations with my vassal. And then look to annex him when the time comes. Let's break this guy and see what else I could do. I have claims everywhere I want. Let's see, what can I do with a diplomat right now? Well, I guess I could just send him on sort of generally improve relations with my neighbors. And I do want more forts. I don't really have the money to support them, but I definitely want more. Particularly over here, this felt very vulnerable. This province right here feels like a good spot for a fort. It prevents running down to my coastline. It overlaps with a couple of other forts. And it provides anti-devastation to a lot of these areas here. So I'm going to grab a fort here. Okay, devastation is gone from here. Devastation is gone from here, so I can turn off these two forts as well. Alright, looking good. Speed 4. It's good speed. I think I'm going to detach and delete these mercs. And we're going to slowly build back up to our force limit. We shouldn't need to be at our force limit to take on these guys, though. That should be a fairly straightforward task. Didn't I leave a boat over here? I was supposed to sell this to someone. Sinned. Let's pull this guy back. Would you like to buy one of my boats? You would. I don't need that boat, and it's just costing me extra money. Nice. Things are coming along very nice now. I think we're in a really great shape considering only like 10 years have passed. But we are doing well. We're up to 200 gold. Stockpile, building a fort. We are replenishing our manpower. We're going to be rebuilding this army. So who is going to be our first target? Let's have a look at who is allied with who. Okay, these two guys are allied. These two guys are allied. So really, I have my choice. Which of the two I want to take on first. I might take on these two smaller guys first, because they're simple one-stack miners. Looks like Cochin has a very small army, and Kot has a very small army. I could actually probably take them right now. If I break this into two... go for 6-2 on each army, but I'll get them in position for the war first. These are 1,000. These are regular old small forts, so I don't need to do anything else. I'm going to bring you up to 6-2. You're going to come up to 6-2 as well. think I'm going to add... I'd like to add more infantry, but I just don't have the thingy. We're going to save up some manpower to replenish, and then we'll declare the war. I can add a state. This seems like a reasonable place to add to a state. It's already my core. So that'll just be a net benefit for us, and we'll slowly start building prosperity. Which we are starting to build up in a few different places, which is nice. Harvest fails. Ouch. It sucks. Forts coming together up here. I think we'll go up to speed 5 because we're mostly just waiting for a bit of manpower here so that I can replenish my armies. And then declare the war. Now I am half tempted to, instead of just kill these guys, just get them to give me war reps. And then do this mission while I still have the spoils of war. And then develop my capital. And this will give me local construction costs and stuff. So I think we'll do that so that I can continue to develop my capital and grab the Renaissance. So I think that's going to be our next goal. So we'll go up to full maintenance. Could I get another leader? I have one here. Okay. Not quite good enough, but it'll do the trick. Is this mountainous or anything? This is jungle. We are much wider than them, so we will get full flanking range, which is good from our cavalry. Our cavalry will do the right amount of support. Let's declare the war now. Their armies are fully done. I think I might co-belligerize both of these nations. I'm not going to bother to call my ally. Oh, really? He got out. Oh. That's a jerk of him. See if we can catch this army and do some damage to it. There's that stack wipe. Cavalry flanking ability. He's probably going to run home. We should be able to catch him there. And there we go. So this is how we're going to get our... this is going to slow down our expansion, but it is going to mean we're going to get the Renaissance a little bit quicker in our capital. Because otherwise, we're going to have to wait, dude. I mean, look. It's not even on the map. But if we can get it spread over here, we could change the face of the game. In particular, it'll help our capital, and we want to have a really big, strong capital. Get these guys flipped. We can invest in a new technology. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to save up my points. I'm going to invest in my capital so I can get Renaissance, and then we'll go from there. Yes, we'll be behind in Monarch points in terms of technology, but we'll be ahead in so many other ways over the course of the game because of what we're doing. Now keep in mind, we are also helping our enemies, so that's kind of dangerous. I think I do want to gain the Mercantilism, because I think that'll help us over time. Okay, come on. Flip this, please. We are taking a lot. Oh, I guess there's weather happening too. I believe, isn't there a new weather map mode in here somewhere? Let me see. Yeah, monsoons. There's really bad monsoons along here. Oof. All sorts of monsoons going on here, so that's why we're taking so much attrition. Come on, flip this, goddammit. Alright, nice. Let's talk to Cochin first. We'll sue for peace. I want you to give me all your gold. I want you to give me war reparations. I want you to steer trade to me. This will mostly be a way for me to get prestige and money. Although, actually, I don't think I'll steer trade because I don't want the peace. How long will the truce be if I get rid of this? 1973. 1473. This shaves 6 years off it, so I think waiting just over 9 years for a peace is fine. Then we're going to talk to this guy and do the same. Once our guy's back. Give me all your money. Give me war reparations. And now I'm getting war reparations from 3 nations. I can do spoils of war. Develop the capital. Gain that prestige. Pop this. Now I can start dumping more of these points in here until I have Renaissance. Again, I want to focus on manpower. I like having a lot of manpower in my capital. because I feel like it helps out in the early game to just do this. And then we'll kind of just evenly spread it between these other two. Up to a size 40 capital, and we have the Renaissance. We're not going to embrace it. We're going to let it spread slowly. I want to make sure people around me hate my guts. So let's go to our diplomacy view and make sure we set these guys as we want their land so that they can see that I'm unfriendly. Then we're going to set our attitude towards them. Manage attitude, we are hostile. Manage attitude, we are hostile. And what this should do is it should piss them off and make it less likely for our thing to spread. I'm going to go ahead and select this guy. I'm going to say I want to manage my attitude to you as well. Oh, I guess we're rivals, so that's like a unique thing. I'm going to say hostile to you to help slow that spread down. That should be good. The only person I'm not friendly with. So we have like a pocket. So if you look at this land, right? We have our own little pocket where we're going to develop this institution, okay? But everyone we border, we hate, which means that'll slow down how fast the institution grows to them, which is really great because it means we're going to have the advantage of this institution helping our tech a lot longer than they will. So we have Renaissance developed really, really early. I did have to spend a lot of Monarch points on that, but it's going to save us Monarch points throughout this era to have done that. And plus it means we have a lot more manpower and just generally more, force limit, more money. It's just overall really great. Let's go ahead and turn off our forts, turn off our maintenance, start stockpiling some gold. Maybe we can start investing in our territory a little bit too. But I think this is a pretty good starter. This is a good, we're off to a great start. We have a bunch of our missions done. We already have the Renaissance developed. We just need to actually embrace it. Now India doesn't need to work on stuff like this. 8 owned provinces have this. So patronize the god. This will give me tolerance of true faith. Protect the Jaina community. Gain loyalty. So I'd like to get down to here. So I'm probably going to work on building some temples to get that nice and early. Here's Raichur. How many of these do I have? I have 2 temples. So there's my 3rd temple. There's my 4th temple. So we're working on these missions. I think we're off to a fantastic start. We've got plenty of money. We have a decent amount of power projection. We didn't get the Humiliate, which would have been really nice on top of that, but I think it was just a little bit too much. My ally lost a fight and he was murking up, and then this Pretender triggered. But once this guy comes of age in 6 years, he is going to be a powerhouse for us to catch up back on technology and ideas. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I'm going to call that the end of the episode. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this EU4 Dharma series. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel. And remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that, I want to say I love you all very much. And I'll see you next time. See you later, taters.